Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Loretta. Hello. If you are new here, welcome and thank God you found my channel, so please consider subscribing. Today we are going to talk about menstrual cups. Yes, we are going to talk about menstrual cups. I know some of you might not like the idea of me talking about it, but this is something I really want to talk about because it has really helped me, and I thought you throw it out there for you guys. Some of you might have questions about it, so let's just talk about it, okay? And for the guys who do not like to talk about anything like, related to stuff like this, please, you can be yourself the good of clicking out of this video, or you can still stay around just so you can learn something new, okay? So one of the biggest questions I got was, what are menstrual cups? What are they used for? What is this? What is that? Okay? And I'm going to answer all the questions in this video. Menstrual cups are these tiny cups which I use to collect menstrual blood, if I should put it that way. And they are made of medical grade silicone. They are mostly made of medical grade silicone or rubber latex, but the most common ones you'd find are made of medical grade silicone, which is the one I have here. I got mine from a manufacturer in China because I'm currently working on a project related to these, so stick around for that, by the way. But in Ghana here, I know you can't really get one because there are no menstrual cup companies in Ghana here. But what I know of is that you can find one on Kiko. Yes, when you search for menstrual cups, it's possible you'd find one. On an average, with all the menstrual cup brands I know, on an average the cups sell between $30 to $40. So I know that's quite expensive, but I'll explain why it is not so expensive. And there are quite a number of menstrual cup companies in the world. We have Hello Cup, Organic Cup, Z Cup, Lily Cup, Moon Cup. There are a whole lot of menstrual cup brands, but I just decided to get mine from a manufacturer, like I mentioned earlier, because I'm working on a project related to that. Okay, so for me, the reason I got these cups are mainly because they are eco-friendly, which means that you save the environment from all the waste that sanitary pads and tampons would create. Just imagine this: on an average, a woman uses about 14 sanitary pads in a month and 20 tampons in a month, okay? Just calculate that and see for the sanitary pads, for the tampons, and see how much waste is being produced in the environment every single month. Double that by years, and you can just tell for yourself. So I opted for these because of that. And one of the things too that's really got me to use menstrual cups is because it saves cost, time, as in it helps you to save. It's cost effective. In Ghana here, on an average, we use sanitary pads a lot instead of tampons. And so on an average, a woman will spend about 10 Ghana cedis on the sanitary pads, if that makes any sense, because sometimes just a pack of sanitary pad might not be enough for you, so you might want to go for an extra pack, which is double, 10 cedis. Sometimes sanitary pads are even like more than 5 cedis. Why am I saying 10 cedis? Using the menstrual cups has really helped me to kind of learn more about myself as a woman, and also have more appreciation for Jehovah God who created us, because there are a whole lot of things that I never knew about my body before even going in for menstrual cups. But now that I know, it's just so exciting. Let me just give you one. Did you know that your cervix moves like every day of the month? Or let me say, your cervix, as a woman, your cervix moves every stage of your menstrual cycle. Like, it literally moves up, down, side, forward, straight, like all that stuff. I did not know this, and learning this and like getting to learn lots of other things is really something very exciting for me. I feel using menstrual cups is more like a journey, and so as you go, you would be able to discover a lot of things that you didn't know. I've been using this for almost a year now, and my first time actually trying it on was the very day it got delivered to me. The delivery just happened to come right at the time I was having my period for that man, and so I ended up using it. And the first day, the first day, I was walking in the neighborhood with a friend, and he was aware of it. He was aware that like I was wearing menstrual cup. I did tell him because I don't want a situation where it would film me and I'll be so embarrassed not to talk about it and all. I was walking in my neighborhood and I put the cap on, and about 30 minutes later, I started feeling something. I was like, can do drip. We can't do drips here, okay? So it was so funny how it went. Like I was literally walking and I could just feel, like something was wrong down there. So I quickly had to rush home. But I later found out that happened because it was more like my first time. I did not know how to put it in well. So that brings us to the next topic, how to insert it. So basically the cap comes this way. It's got this side here, which is more like the opening, and it's got the middle part here which has calibrations on it. Mine is a 15 ml cap, and then it's also got some rims here which helps you to be able to grab it or pinch it and not to use it when you're bringing it out. And it also has a stem. This stem was quite longer, and I used it for about 6 months without cutting it, but then along the line I figured I'd have to cut it, so I did cut it because it started making me feel uncomfortable. To use this cap, all you need to do is to fold it in this way. Let me show you. Is to fold it in, okay, this way, like a U shape. So you end up having it looking like this, and then you insert it. In the beginning, I was scared when I do it this way it wouldn't work, so I'll kind of try to like push it in, and it didn't work that way for me. Like I was really struggling doing that. You just have to obey the rules of using it. So you fold it in this way, you insert it, and then let's just say this is the opening of our vagina, okay? So you insert it, and what you do is to just leave it and it pops on its own. But what you can also do to help it to fully open is to kind of turn it around, which I do that a lot. So you just kind of turn it around and it will fully open, and to the entrance of the cervix, everything is fine. Imagine this is the cervix and it is inside the vaginal wall, okay? I don't know if I can demonstrate. So you see the cervix right here, right? So what the cap does is to just go and be at the very end of the cervix, and it collects all the blood that comes in. I've had to change my cap, I think mostly on the regular, like between my first to the third day. I change my cap every 2 to 3 hours just to save myself from leakage. Concerning the leakage, it depends on how you insert the cap. Like I was saying, it's more like a journey using this cap. You need to figure out what works for you. Sometimes our cervix moves, okay? Even while you are in your menses, the cervix moves in different places. So when you insert the cap, you actually have to make sure it is right at the tip of the cervix, just so it collects the blood very well. The only time you have leakage is when your cap is not positioned very well. And some of the good things about the cap is that I talked about it being eco-friendly, cost-effective, and another thing to it, it is very safe as compared to sanitary pads and tampons. Seriously, it is very, very safe. You know, when it comes to sanitary pads and tampons, okay, they are made with chemical products that sometimes we are not even aware of. Yes, we know sometimes they are made of cotton and all of that, but there are other products that go into it that sometimes we are not aware of. Some of them are bleach, okay, to get the product looking all white. Some brands bleach their sanitary pads and tampons, which is so not good. And for the menstrual cups, like I mentioned, they are made with medical grade silicone, which means that it does not cause any allergic reactions, no like weird chemical reactions for you, and it saves you from toxic shock syndrome. This is a very serious and deadly thing which some sanitary pads and tampons can cause to you. That's if you leave it in there for long. You know, the thing is, the sanitary pads and the tampons, they kind of serve as a breeding place for bacteria, and when your has an overflow of bacteria, you get to have toxic shock syndrome. It's very deadly, very deadly. The menstrual cup doesn't. You are safe. You are relatively safe when it comes to that. It doesn't give odor. It's one of those like deal breakers for me. You know how you use sanitary pads and it's more like throughout the day as you wear it, the pads kind of sit on your skin. If you understand what I mean, it sits on your body, and that can cause rashes. Even the odor alone is when you're using the caps, you need a backup. Not backup as in an extra cap, no, but you need something to kind of secure you when you're using the cap. So some people might want to wear panty liners or still wear sanitary pads. For me personally, I don't think that makes sense if you are to use the cap, because it's eco-friendly and you're wearing sanitary pads again. So most people wear it with cloth pads, reusable cloth pads, which you can just remove and wash that if you don't have so much leakage inside. For me personally, I don't have a cloth pad. I use a paper towel to secure myself, as in tissue paper. So after wearing the cap, you just like put some tissue paper at the entrance just so you can secure yourself. Most of the time I don't end up soiling the tissue because the cap is secured inside. How you clean this cap is after emptying your cup during your cycle, you just rinse it and you insert it back. But at the end of your cycle, what you can do to thoroughly clean it is to boil it in hot water. You either boil it in hot water or you soak it in warm water with apple cider vinegar. That is just enough to clean the cup. Sometimes the cup can get stained, depending on the brand of cup you use. It can get stained, and I know when it gets stained, you can soak it in hydrogen peroxide overnight. Also, one thing I need to talk about is that one menstrual cup can last you for up to 10 years. So you can use this for up to 10 years before changing it, unless it's too small for you or too big for you, then you'd want to change it before 10 years. So that's really good, cost effective as compared to changing your sanitary pads every single day. If you understand what I mean. Yeah. Another thing I want to mention is that it comes in different sizes, okay? I'm using the smaller one because obviously I need the small one. If you have given birth before, you might want to opt for the bigger size because I don't know, that's just what they say. So that's it. That's all my rant about menstrual cups, and thanks for watching. If you're a guy and you are still here, you've watched it to the end, you are so good. You're such a good guy. Okay, it's good to learn something new. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.